Hello, my dear colleagues at CEC Conference. I'm so pleased to be here with you today. My name is Dwight Mihalicz. I'm the president of Effective Managers, a management consulting firm based out of Canada that operates globally. I'm also the chair of CMC-Global, which is the International Council of Management Consulting Institutes. I apologize that I cannot be with you in person today. I had full intentions of being there, but I was not able to attend in person, and therefore I must bring you my greetings virtually. However, I still have the opportunity to look forward to seeing you in person in China, and this is a very high priority for me in 2019. I am honored to be here today to represent CMC Global as its chair. It's a multinational network. We have 49 different countries which are members of CMC Global, and we also have a CMC Global Institute so that management consultants anywhere in the world can become members of an institute and therefore part of the global network of CMC Global. We have now, as you can see on the screen, some 56,000 members around the world. Of those, some almost 8,000 are certified management consultants. We also have over 3,000 corporate affiliations and a number of consulting firms that are also accredited to issue the Certified Management Consulting Designation. Today's topics, what I would like to speak with you today are, first of all, our industry and its future, and then secondly, our vision and program for CMC Global, to give you some insight into the type of work that we do. So first, our industry and its future. As a management consultant and a volunteer for the profession, I'm often asked about management consulting as a profession. My second career has been in management consulting, and I can tell you I have never been sorry about getting into this profession. And it is a profession. It's a major one. In 2016, the last year for which I have solid numbers, the total global consulting industry measured over US $250 billion, with an average growth rate of 4.3%. And even if you remove financial management consulting and IT consulting, which really aren't management consulting, it still leaves us with a worldwide industry total for management consulting of US $130 billion. So it is a major industry indeed. But if so many companies are using management consulting, what is the value proposition? Because if we think about organizations and they're hiring management consultants, they're doing it because they believe that they can increase the value of their company by using those management consulting services. So management consultants who can help organizations to do even better work so that they can be more effective and more efficient will be able to assist companies in creating that added value for their clients and for their target markets. So the right consultant can have a huge impact. On the other hand, if you think about all types of consulting, a management consultant has a great responsibility to the company. And the reason for that is that they're working at a very, very fundamental level. They're working with the systems that drive the organizational performance overall. So if a management consultant does not do the job right, it's quite possible that the consultant can kill your company. So as management consultants, we have a duty to our clients to provide the very best services. But interestingly, if you think about management consulting globally, for the latest data that I can find, the top 10 firms in the world provide 52% of the services in management consulting. And if you look at the top 200 firms, they provide almost 80% of the services. So smaller and mid-sized consulting firms make up only that 20% of services that are provided globally. So it means, number one, that for management consulting firms, for the smaller firms, there's huge opportunity for them to be able to provide services. And I was very interested to read about this recently when we looked at a study that was done by the RGP group looking into management consulting firms' services as provided to the top 1,000 corporations in the world. And what they found out is that there are actually 4 areas of dissatisfaction. The first one is that consultants do not deliver sustainable results often enough. So this is relatively new. Typically, consultants were able to deliver services that were very, very well respected at all levels of the companies, but now there's a growing feeling in organizations that they're not receiving the value that they would like to. And strangely, they're both feeling that consulting partners lack the relative knowledge. And this is partly because companies are more knowledgeable now than they ever were. If we think about the access of information to individuals and therefore to corporations around the world. The third complaint was that there were high prices. In other words, this is the value proposition. They didn't feel that they were getting the value for the work. And then the fourth one is that they felt there were gaps in the tools and the methodology. In other words, they didn't feel that they were receiving the right tools or understanding the methodology that they would need to use within their organization. So if we think about traditional consulting, it falls into 2 large categories. The first one is they provide a high-level strategic advisory services. This is the senior partner of a large firm is providing support to a company to help them position themselves in the market and to develop a strategy that is going to create a unique value proposition for them. This kind of work creates very high fees because of that specialization that's required to do that work. The second type of traditional consulting is really a commoditization of services. This would be large-scale workflows with well-defined processes, and firms would provide sometimes armies of consultants, but certainly they would augment the staff to deliver those well-known services. And that kind of work tends to compete on price. So what we're finding then is that this traditional 2-category dichotomy of consulting firms isn't addressing the gaps that are currently being faced by clients. So what are clients looking for? Clients are looking for people that can help them to be trained. So they want a consulting firm that can come in and train them. And they want to be left with something that they're going to be able to leverage once the consulting firm leaves. In other words, they want to be trained in that methodology. So if we think about it then, that's really this symbiotic relationship between a consulting company and the organization it serves. It's no longer a come in and provide the services in one way or the other. It's not any longer just about providing recommendations. This new model is help us, train us, and leave us with something that we can leverage. And we, through CMC-Global, can leverage this. Because by working together, we as management consultants, mostly in relatively small firms or medium-sized firms, are able to collaborate so that together with our global network, we are able to put together projects and specialized expertise and come into corporations to develop and deliver exactly those services that they require. Just one more word on this before I move on, and this I found it very intriguing. This was a study that was done in Austria, which is a very mature consulting market, and they asked non-clients, in other words, firms throughout the country, about their perception of the need for consulting services. And as you'll see here, 78% of the respondents said that they had no need of consulting services. I would think that what it really meant is that they didn't understand how management consulting could help them to be more productive. But nonetheless, if we think about this statistic, what it really means is that there's huge opportunity out there. I talked to you about the size of the global market of management consulting. It is reflected by these 22%, or probably larger than that, the smaller number than that, 22% of companies that actually are seeking management and using senior management consulting services. So the market is large, but the market has huge potential to grow further. So the second half of my presentation today is to talk to you about our vision and our program as CMC Global to provide services. The first is our vision is that as ICMCI, CMC Global, we will be a leader in the development of management consulting as a global profession that drives social and economic success. So our job is to advance the profession, to be the spokespersons for the profession, and make sure that this profession is as capable and flourishing as possible. But also bearing in mind this need that we're actually providing services to clients that are driving this social and economic success. We have three key goals. The first one is that we'll build the profile, recognition, and influence of the profession and its practitioners globally. And to do that, we have a number of programs that are in place. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because of the amount of time that we have today, but just to let you know that, first of all, we have the global status of ICMCI is huge. We've now developed a program called the CMC Firm, of which China has one of the very first members, CMC Firm, where firms can collaborate around the world through a network of like-minded organizations. We are launching soon a CMC directory where any certified management consultant anywhere in the world that wants to collaborate with peers around the world can register in one place. And this is also a place where clients can come to find us. ISO 27700, the first global standard for delivery of services, is how management consulting delivers services. So the agreement between the client and the consultant in terms of consulting. We have an international award where we present awards to the best consulting projects around the world. We have accredited management consulting courses where universities receive accreditation to train management consultants. And finally, we have an annual conference. And if you have the opportunity to attend one of our annual conferences, please do. They're amazing events. Our second key goal is to support, enhance, and grow the international network. So we have members now in 49 countries, and plus our institute. We want that to grow and want to have more and more members as we provide services more broadly around the world. To help grow the network, we have our regional hub meetings. We have communities of IMCs who collaborate together to understand issues of common concern and to address them. We have collaborative approach meetings where we work together with our IMCs so that all of us together can share information and do even better work. And finally, we have regional representatives and liaisons with international organizations. We're an observer at the United Nations, which provides access to the UN for all of our member organizations. So the third key goal is to enable members to enhance the visibility, recognition, and desirability of the CMC designation. So this is all about certified management consulting. Here we want to work with national governments, we want to work with stakeholders and donors, and we want to ensure that clients are aware of the ISO 27700 standard and why a CMC is the best way to do that. So in closing, the last few slides, I just want to talk about the consultant and what is the consultant. The common definition is that a consultant is an experienced professional who provides expert knowledge for a fee. And that may be the title for a consultant, but that implies that anyone who wants to sell their services could be a consultant, and many, in fact, do that. But for us, a management consultant is a much higher level. It's a true profession. If we think about management consulting, what they're doing is working within their country, within their local environment, understanding the economy, the traditions, the industry, and they take global best practices and figure out how to apply that in the best sense within their country or to their particular client. In my own case, if effective managers, we use that model Exactly, because the Effective Managers Global Partners use the Effective Managers methodology in different countries. So my own business model depends on the mutual respect and trust of that CMC designation, because I know that I can trust working with a certified management consultant in other parts of the world. A certified management consultant passes a rigorous standard. So there's a rigorous certification. They apply the common body of knowledge. They have a certain level of experience, demonstrated success. They're approved by their peers. So these are other management consultants that certify someone to become a certified management consultant. They commit to ongoing professional development, and they adhere to a code of conduct, and their peers hold them accountable for that code of conduct. So all of those things together mean that clients can expect more valuable advice, higher integrity, transparency of service delivery, higher accountability, access to this global network of other CMCs. They can have confidence in the work of the CMC, and they can be assured of the best value. In addition to all of that, with the implementation of ISO 27700, we now have a standard that even further improves transparency and understanding between clients and management consultants in the delivery of services. So I'm afraid I've taken my time. I've really enjoyed talking with you. For more information, please check out our website at CMC-Global.org. And if you'd like to be in touch with me, I'd love to be in close contact with all of my management consultant colleagues from around the world. Please feel free to learn more about our services on my YouTube channel. And I would be very happy to connect with any of you. You can reach me through LinkedIn. You see my name there. Or you can follow me on Effective Managers on Instagram for quotes and some inspirational comments on management and organizational performance. Thank you very much. I really appreciated this opportunity to speak with you today, and I am looking very much forward to meeting with you in person at some time in the not too distant future. Thank you.